Hello everyone, welcome to Math World. This video is to discuss Cambridge IGCSE Mathematics Paper 2, which is the Extended Mathematics for February-March 2024, and the code is 0580/22. So let's move on to question number 1. Okay, so for question number 1, a night bus runs from 2150 to 0518 the next day. Work out the number of hours and minutes that the night bus runs. Okay, so basically the 0518, okay, 0518 is basically the next day. So you need to plus with the 24 hours. Therefore, this is 2918. Okay, so from 2918, the next day, 0518, you minus 2150. So we know that 1 hour is 60 minutes, right? So 18 cannot minus 50, therefore you borrow 1 hour from 29, this becomes 28. So 60 plus 18, it will be 78 minutes. Okay, so 70 minus 50 is actually 28. Then 28 minus 21 is 7. That means it will be 7 hours and 28 minutes. So that's the solution for question number 1. Okay, now for question number 2, calculate the square root of 5.76 plus 2.8 cubed. So square root of 5.76 plus 2.8 cubed, you can just get the value from calculator. Square root of 5.76 is basically 2.4. Okay, 2.8 cubed, it will be 21.952. So when you add up, it will be 24.352. So this is the exact value. Okay, now for question number 3, simplify 4m plus 7k minus m plus 3k. So 4m plus 7k minus m plus 3k. So we will group the m together. Okay, look at here. 4m minus m, that is 3m. Okay, then the remaining terms, 7k plus 3k, that will be 10k. Question number 4. The diagram shows the net of the cuboid with its base shaded. So this is a base. The length of the cuboid is 10 centimeters, right? The width is 4 and the height is 5 centimeters. Write down the values of each of A, B, C, D. Okay, so from here, right, we know that you are getting this cuboid. This is a base. Length is 10. The width is 4. And the height is 5. Okay, since this is a base, right? So this base, when you fold this net, right, into this cuboid, so the length here is basically the B, right? So B is basically 10. That is a base. Okay, look at here, this rectangle. And then now your width is 4. Okay, so if this is the length, the B is the length, that means the C is the width. Okay, and then now when you fold it, right, so then this D, okay, we have the height. You see, this is the base, this is the length, this is the width. Let's say this is the length, this is the width. So length, width. So when you fold this part up, right, that means here is going to be 5. Then this is 4. So which means your D is 5 plus 4. Okay, so that means here, right? Now, after that, for the A here, so we know that this is 10, right? Here is 10. And then this 4, okay, the C, that is the width, right? This is the width. Here is also the width, which is 4. This is also 4 when you fold it, right? So then from here, I will say my A is basically 10 times 10 plus 4 plus 4, that is 18. And then my B is going to be 10 because that is a length, right? Then the C is the height, C is the width, which is 4. And then the D, right? The D will be the height plus the width. So 5 plus 4, that is going to be 9. Right? So this is how we get the solution of this question. Okay, so I'm going to write here 18, 10, 4, and 9. Now, next question, number 5. There are 20 cars in a car park, and 3 of the cars are blue. Okay, now A, James wants to draw a pie chart to show this information. Find the angle of the sector for the blue cars. So there are 3 blue out of 20 cars. So the angle, we know that the fraction will be 3 out of 20. And in the pie chart, the total angle is 360 degrees. So you multiply with 360 degrees. Then from here, you will be getting 54 degrees. So that is the angle of the blue cars. Now B, one of the 20 cars is picked as random. Find the probability that the car is not blue. Okay, now out of 20 cars, 3 are blue, means that the remaining will be not blue. So the probability is 20 minus 3 over 20. That is going to be 17 over 20. So you can leave your probability in fraction. This is the probability. Alright, so question number 6. Write vector AB as a column vector. Okay, so from here, from A to B, so from A to B, right, you draw a straight line here, vector AB. So basically, it means from A to B. So you can just calculate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so means that the A has to move 10 units to the left side. That means it will be negative 10. Okay, after that, 1, 2, 3, 3 units up. Therefore here, 3. So when it moves to the left side, that will be negative. Move to the right side, positive. Moves up, positive. Moves down, negative. Okay, so done for the column vector. Now for question 7, as the temperature increases, the number of people who go swimming increases. Write down the type of correlation that this statement describes. Okay, so we know that the number of people who go swimming directly proportional to temperature. Okay, so therefore this is positively correlated. Because when the temperature increases, the number of people go swimming also increases. Therefore, that is positive correlated. Right? If let's say the temperature increases, the number of people go swimming decreases, that is negative correlated. Now for question number 8a, the nth term of a sequence is n squared minus 3. Find the first three terms of this sequence. So I will write Tn is n squared minus 3. So first term means T1. We have to replace the n by 1 to get 1 squared minus 3, that is minus 2. Okay, and then T2 means that now replace the n by 2. So 2 squared minus 3, that is going to be 1. And then followed by T3, that is 3 squared minus 3. Then you will get 9 minus 3, that is 6. Okay, so the first three terms will be minus 2, 1, and 6. So for B, these are the first 5 terms of a different sequence. Find the nth term of this sequence. Okay, now 1, 3, 9, 27, and 38, 81. Okay, so this one is basically 3 power 0. Because all this can be expressed as the multiple of 3. Okay, so 3 is basically 3 degree 1. 9 is 3 squared. 27 is 3 cubed. 81 is 3 degree 4. And now you need to find n term. So basically, look at here. Tn, this is first term. Okay, this is first term, but the degree is 1. This is second term, degree is 1. Sorry, first term degree is 0. Second term degree is 1. This is third term, alright? This is third term, degree is 2. This is fourth term, degree is 3. That means I know that from here, right, this is first term. The degree is always, the degree of the 3 is always 1 less than the number of term. Okay, same goes to the 81. This is fifth term, but the power is only 4. So if it is n term, that means you will have 3 power n minus 1. So 3 power n minus 1 is your n term. For question number 9, the line y equals to 2x minus 5 intersects the line y equals to 3 at the points P. Find the coordinates of the points P. So when intersects means that you need to find the, you need to solve the simultaneous equations. So when I solve these two simultaneous equations, means that you are substituting y equals to 3 into the first equation. Okay, so the intersection means simultaneous, means solving simultaneous equation. So I substitute second equation into first equation, means that I replace my y value by 3 in the first equation. Then you will be getting 3 equals to 2x minus 5. Then the minus 5 move to the left side. Okay, so when you move the minus 5 to the left side, it becomes plus. Therefore, I will get 2x equals to 3 plus 5, which means 2x equals to 8. Therefore, my x is 8 over 2. That is going to be 4. Then after that, since the y is already given, that means your P with coordinates 4 and 3. So that will be the solution of this question number 9. Okay, now question number 10. The diagram shows a trapezium PQRS. Calculate the area of the trapezium. So now, area of trapezium, just for your information, if the two parallel sides with length AB and then the height is C, so the area is basically half of A plus B multiplied with C. Okay, so from here, the two parallel sides will be 5.3 and 8.7, and then the height is 3.8. So from here, I will just write area is equals to half of 3.8 times by the summation of the two parallel sides. Therefore, this is going to be half times 3.8. 5.3 plus 8.7 is basically 14. Then at last, you will be getting 26.6. This is the area of the trapezium. Question number 11. Without using calculator, work out 1 and 1/4 minus 5 over 6. You must show all your working and give your answer as a fraction in its simplest form. So 1 and 1/4 minus 5 over 6. So from here, 1 and 1/4 I can change to fraction. 4 times 1 is 4. Then you plus with another 1, that is 5 over 4. Then minus 5 over 6. And now here, I will get the same denominator. So I know that the 5 over 4, the 4 and 6, the common multiple is basically 12. So which means here I will change to 12, right? Which means to get 12, I need to times 3 and times 3 to the first fraction and times 2 to the second fraction, right? So when I times 3, you will be getting 3 times 5. Then the second fraction will be 5 times 2. Therefore, this is going to be 15 minus 10 over 12. Then you will be getting 5 over 12. So that is a fraction. And 5 over 12 is the simplest form. Okay, now for question number 12, Farid spins a three-sided spinner with sides labeled ABC. The probability that the spinner lands on C is 0.35. Farid spins the spinner 40 times. Calculate the number of times he expects the spinner to land on C. Okay, so this 0.35 is basically referring to one spin, right? So, or I would say Farid spin one time. So when one time, the probability of landing on C is 0.35. And now he spins 40 times. So I will expect 40 times 0.35. That will be the number of times the spinner land on C. So then you will be getting 14. So it means that out of 40 times, the spinner will land on C for 14 times. Question 13. The bearing of the bearing of B from A is 107 degrees. So here from A. Now calculate the bearing of A from B. Okay, so now because from A, so I will draw A here. Let's say this is A. Because of 107 degrees, 107 degrees means that it is exceeding 90 degrees. So for your information, bearing is counted from the vertical axis here, right? So 107 degrees. This is 107 degrees. That means the B will be somewhere here. This is your B. And now you need to calculate the bearing of A from B. So of A from B means that from B, that means we need to calculate what is this red color. So for information, this angle here, okay, this angle is same as this opposite angle. So I need to find out what is this opposite angle first. So it will be 180 degrees minus 107 degrees. Then you will be getting, okay, wait. I can just, okay, I do not need to calculate this. I have another idea. That is this part. Look at here. This angle, 107, right? So let me erase this first. 107 degrees is same as here. That means this is 107 degrees, 107 degrees. Okay, and then I just need to add with this 180. That will be my bearing of A from B. Okay, so my bearing is 180 plus 107 degrees. That is going to be 287 degrees. So this is the bearing of A from B. Question 14. A train 1,750 meters long is traveling at 50 km per hour. Calculate how long it will take for the whole train to completely cross a bridge that is 480 meters long. Give your answer in seconds, correct to the nearest second. Okay, so let's say this is the train. This is a train. 1750 meters long, right? And then the bridge is 480 meters. So here, probably here is 480 meters. Okay, now, how long it take for the whole train to completely cross a bridge? So, for the whole train to completely cross a bridge means that it must have traveled for 1750 meters, because that is the length of the train together with the length of the bridge. Okay, so the distance is basically 1750 meters plus 480 meters. Then you will be getting the total of 2230 meters. But then you look at the speed here, 55 kilometer per hour. So it means that now instead of meters, I need to change to kilometers. So 1 kilometer is 1000 meters, right? So when you need to convert meters into kilometers, means that you need to divide. So this is going to be 2230 over 1000 kilometers. That is going to be 2.23 kilometers, right? That means the distance is 2.23 kilometers. And now it's mentioned here 55 kilometers per hour. So it means that every hour the train will travel for 55 kilometers. So now the time, right? So now the time is distance over the speed. So that will be 2.23 kilometers per 55 kilometers per hour. Okay, so when you look at the units here, the kilometer will be cancelled off, then the per hour will be moved up, because it is the denominator in the denominator, right? So therefore you will be getting 0.0405454 hour. So here I give more decimal places because you need to leave your answer in seconds, not degree, not the hour. Okay, in seconds, and the correct to the nearest second. So now we know that 1 hour is 60 minutes, right? 1 minute is 60 seconds. That means 1 hour will be 3600 seconds. So now this is going to be 0.045454 times 3600 seconds. Then this will be 145.961 seconds. And now the question says nearest second, means that now we have to round up. So make sure there's no decimal. So since this value after the dot, after the decimal point is 9, so we have to round up. Therefore it will be rounded to 146 seconds. So this will be the nearest seconds. Okay, so done for this question. Question 15. Okay, now describe fully the single transformation that maps, number 1, triangle A onto B. Right, now when you look at the diagram here, the A to B, right, the A to B. So first of all, there's no change in the shape, still the same shape, but it is opposite, right? So from here I will have to calculate. Obviously there's no change in the size of the shape, so this is not enlargement, okay, and it is not rotation, because they are still on the same horizontal they are still on the same position, but it is opposite, right? Because the vertical here becomes vertical here, right? So obviously this is the reflection. So now I have to calculate how much is the distance here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 units away from A and B, right? So means that with reflection means you have to draw a mirror line. So a mirror line is basically divides 6 into 2 parts. So which means now it will be 3. Okay, 3 units. 1, 2, 3. So your mirror line is at x equals to minus 2, so that it will be balanced, because even when you look at these points, these 2 points, it will be the same, right? Also 3 units away, 1, 2, 3. Here is also 1, 2, 3. Same goes to this point, right? So from here I will say that is a reflection in the line x equals to minus 2. That is the first part solution. So reflection in the line x equals to minus 2. So done for the first part. Now, the second part, triangle A onto C. Okay, so when you look at the diagram right now, A onto C, obviously the C is in a smaller size, but the shape is still the same. That means this is enlargement. Okay, so now here, I will just erase all this first. What I need to do is, since we have decided that this is the enlargement, alright, so to find the enlargement center, you need to join the corresponding points, right? And to draw the straight lines, get the straight lines that join the corresponding points, and then the intersection of the straight lines will be the center of the enlargement. Okay, so I don't have the ruler here. Probably you can just use ruler, then you can get the answer faster. So what I can do is I will just calculate. So here 2 units, then 3 units down. So when I draw the line, I should have 1, 2, 2 units and 3 units down. So it means that it will be touching these 3 points. Okay, and then for this point is the same. From this point to the new points on the C, 2 units left, 1 unit down. So when I draw my line, it will be 2 units to the left and 1 unit down. Means that it will be touching here. So for you, very simple, just use a ruler and join the points. Right? And then lastly for this, so I will have to calculate. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, sorry. It corresponds to this point. Right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 units left, then 2 units down. So it means that when I draw the diagram, okay, 1.5 unit down. So it will be cutting at 1, 2, 3, 4, then 1.5 units down. So it means that if you use the ruler to join the points, alright, this is the line. Because I don't have a ruler here, that's why I have to do calculate like this. Okay, so obviously your intersection point is at minus 3, minus 4. So if you have the ruler, just join to get 3 lines. The orange line, the green line, and also the purple line. Okay, so from here, I will say that is the enlargement. Now, for the enlargement, other than the center of enlargement, you also need to write down the scale factor. Okay, now for the scale factor, you just check. So this I will erase. Alright, sorry. So for the scale factor, you need to check what is the change of the length. So here 1, okay, probably I use 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 units, But then the new one, just 2. So from 4 to 2, that is half, right? So therefore, the scale factor is half. At center, so we have found the center. This is a center. That is -3, -4. Okay, so for the scale factor, you just calculate the length. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then here is 2. So 4 change to 2. That means you can say 4 over 2. Okay, 4 change to 2. That means is times half. That is the scale factor. So the center is at -3, -4. This is the part 2. Now B, draw the image of triangle A after a rotation 90 degrees clockwise about 1, 3. Okay, so now about 1, 3, so all this I will erase. Firstly, draw the or mark the point first, 1, 3. So 1, 3, this is the point. Now it's mentioned that rotation 90 degrees clockwise. Okay, so here from this point, okay, so probably I use another color. From this point, now when you rotate 90 degrees clockwise, so remember, clockwise means in this direction. This is clockwise. Means that now you have to refer to this point. Okay, this point goes to the rotation point 90 degrees clockwise. Here is 90 degrees. That means here 1 unit, it will be transformed into this point. Okay, then now for the next point, which is here, so just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 units. Therefore, it will be transformed, it will be rotated into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you just calculate. And then next is this point. So now from this point, you can just calculate first. So from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 units to the left side, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 units up. So the horizontal will be the, here, this horizontal distance, it will be the vertical distance later on, right? Just like this. This is vertical, then you change to horizontal. So then it will be 4 and 4. So it means that I will be getting here 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, which is here. Then you go down 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it means that now you just need to join these 3 new points. So it means that my answer, it will be just use a ruler and join the points. Okay, so this is my A prime. So this is how I solve the question, part 3. Okay, done for the question B. Now for question 16. X is an integer. Given the universal set, X is defined from 1 to 10, inclusive both. P is an even number. Q means the set that consists of multiple of 5. Now complete the Venn diagram. Okay, so from here, I will just list down first. So basically, my P is even numbers. Okay, consists of all even numbers from 1 to 10. That will be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And then the Q consists of multiple of 5. Multiple of 5 means just 5 and 10. So from here, when you need to draw the Venn diagram, firstly, we need to find out the intersection between the two sets, P and Q. So obviously, 10 is the intersection. Okay, because it is common to both sets. So therefore, I will label middle as 10. Okay, now after that I followed by labeling the Q. So Q has two sets, it has two numbers or two members, 5 and 10. So since the 10 already labeled, that means I will label 5 because this whole circle Q, right? Whole circle Q means it belongs to Q. And then the middle one also belongs to P. So done for the labeling of the set Q. Now, next step is to label the elements or the members in the P. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8. So therefore, you can just simply label 2, 4, 6, 8. And after that, you still have other numbers. Okay, other numbers will be all the odd numbers. So that will be outside the two circles. So it will be 1, 3. Okay, I shouldn't say outside. I shouldn't say all the odd numbers because 1, 3, the next odd number is 5. So 5 is in the set Q, right? So 1, 3, skip the 5. After that, 7 and 9. So therefore, this will be your complete Venn diagram. Okay, question 17. The height of each of 200 people is measured. The table shows the results. Given the height and all the heights and also the frequency, calculate an estimate of the mean height. Okay, so for the mean height, we need to calculate the midpoints because you are given the classes now. So now what I need to do is I will just add here midpoint. Okay, that is the M. Frequency is basically the F. So the midpoint is calculated by using average of the two limits. So 100 plus 120 divided by 2. That is going to be 110. So here I will just add 110. Then 120, this is the M. 120 plus 130 divided by 2, that is 125. Then 130 plus 150 divided by 2 is 140. 150 plus 190 divided by 2 is 170. Okay, so the mean is basically summation Fm over summation F. That is going to be multiply the F together with the M. Just multiply, right? Just multiply, then divided by the total F. This is the total F, 200. So I will be getting 32 times 110 plus 55 times 125 plus 64 times 140 plus 49 times 170, then over 200. Okay, that means now here the total of the numerator, that is going to be 27685, then over 200. Then you will be getting 138.425. So this is the exact value for the mean. Alright, so done for question 17. Now, next question 18. Find the highest common factor of 28x degree 5 and 98x degree 3. Okay, so to get this highest common factor, I will just use the division method. Okay, so from here, I notice that 28 can be divided by 7 and then 98 also can be divided by 7. And then for the x cubed and x degree 5, the common term is x degree 3, x cubed. So then when I divide the 28 x degree 5 by 7 x cubed, I will be getting 4x squared. Okay, same goes to the 98 x cubed. When it is divided by 7 x cubed, you will be getting 14. Now, from 4x squared and 14, the common term will be 2. Right, or I would say common factor is 2. So 4x squared divided by 2, that is going to be 2x squared. 14 divided by 2, that is 7. So from 2x squared and 7, no more common factor. Therefore, my highest common factor, that is going to be multiplication of these two values. So 7x cubed times 2, that is going to be 14x cubed, because 7x cubed and 2 other factors or the common factors for 28x degree 5 and 98x cubed. So my answer is 14x cubed here. Next question, number 19. Okay, the speed time graph shows information about a bus journey. Calculate the total distance traveled by the bus. So from first 20 seconds, the speed increases from 0 to 15 meter per second. After that, it remains this speed for 120 seconds. Here is 120 seconds. Okay, after that, for the last 50 seconds, alright, the speed drop until 0. That means slowly stop. Alright, so from here, we know that speed equals to distance over time, because the speed unit is meter per second. So the meter is the distance unit. The second is the time unit. Therefore, speed equals to distance over time. And now you need to find out the distance. Basically, distance will be speed times time. Alright, so the speed and times is basically you multiply the vertical axis and the horizontal axis, which means this is the area under the curve for VT. Okay, this is area under curve VT. Right, so then from here I will just say distance is the area. So now I need to calculate what is the total area under the curve. So when you look at the curve, this is basically a trapezium. Alright, so for trapezium, just for information, let's say this is trapezium. Here A, this is B, and then the height is C. So the area is basically half of A plus B times C. Okay, that means now I know that this is going to be 120, because 140 minus 20 is 120. Okay, plus with the total here, it is 190. And then the height is basically 15, because it shows here. So the working becomes half of, okay, so if I want to show the calculation of this 120, it will be 140 minus 20. That is 120 over here. Alright, so 140 minus 20, this is my upper length, that I plus with the lower length, that is 190. So that is my A plus B. Then the height is 15. Then from here, you will be getting half of 310 times 15. At last, you will be getting 2325 meters. So that's the total distance traveled by the bus. Okay, now question number 20. Right, calculate the area of the triangle ABC. So we have a formula here. Right, as long as you are given two sides and the angle bounded by that, so the area is basically half AB sine theta. Okay, so obviously from the diagram you are given two sides and the bounded angle, so you can just direct apply this formula. So therefore area equals to half 5.6 times 4.9 times sine 23 degrees. So when you calculate this, that is 5.36. Right, so 5.36. Done for this question. Next question, number 21A. So given this statement, fifth root of 3 is 3 power h. writes down the value of h. So fifth root of 3 is 3 power h. So this fifth root of 3, this is 1. Okay, the power of 3 is 1. So that means this is 3 power 1 over 5. That equals to 3 power h. So since you have the same base for both sides, therefore we will just compare the index or the power, which means your h is 1 over 5. B, simplify. 4x cubed and then with the power 3. So then now a b power m, that is a power m, b power m. So it means that you bring in the power 3 to all the terms inside the brackets. This is going to be 4 cubed x cubed and then another cube. So then we have another formula here. A degree m, then another degree n. This is going to be a degree mn. So we have two formulas. So now means that 4 cubed, you can just calculate, that is 64. Then using this formula, 3 times 3 will be 9. So you will get 64 x power 9. That is the solution. Question 22. Y is inversely proportional to the square of x plus 3. When x is 5, y is 0.375. Find y in terms of x. So y is inversely proportional. So when inversely proportional means that 1 over x plus 3 here. That is inversely proportional. So now, when you need to change the proportional sign into equal sign, you need to multiply with k. Okay, then given x and y, so x equals to 5, y equals to 0.375. These two values are for you to calculate the k value. So 0.375 equals to k times 1 over 5 plus 3. Oh, sorry, square. I missed out the square. This is square. So I will write in this form, or probably you can just write k over x plus 3 square. Alright. Right, so here I will get 5 plus 3 squared. Then I will be getting 0.375 equals to k over 8 squared. 5 plus 3 is 8. So 8 squared is 64. Therefore now, your k is 64 times 0.375. This is going to be 24. Okay, now express or find y in terms of x. After you found the k, just substitute back into this expression. Therefore, your y is 24 over x plus 3 squared. So that is the solution of this question. Okay, now question 23a. On the axis, sketch a graph y equals to cos x, x from 0 to 360 degrees. Okay, so now, for your information, the cos x, if you are not sure, you can just calculate the values. So here shows 180 and 360. So this is x, this is cos x. You calculate 0, 90, 180, 270, and 360 degrees. Okay, then cos 0 is 1, right? Cos 360 is 1. Then cos 180 is basically minus 1. then the other two will be 0. So now you just mark accordingly. So 0 is 1. Okay, 180 is minus 1. Then the 360 is 1. So for 90 degrees, here is 90. It will be 0. Here is also 0. So now you just need to join all the points. Alright, so then your graph will be this shape. Okay, just draw a smooth curve. Alright, so make sure here is 1. Alright, so this is 270 and this is 90 degrees. So done for the graph sketching. Now B, solve the equation cos x is 0.294 for x from 0 degrees and 360 degrees. So when you look at the graph here, when it is 0.294 means that it will be, let's say here is 0.294, right? Maybe it's too high. That means you will be getting the values. Okay, look at here. Right? So you have to find out these two values. So obviously the first value, this is 90 degrees. Here is 270 degrees. So the first value is between 0 and 90 degrees. And the second value is from 270 to 360 degrees. Right? So then from here, I will just say cos x is 0.294. Then the x, you use the inverse, you use the basic angle. Right here, you write basic angle equal to inverse cos 0.294. That is going to be 72.9 degrees. Right? So if you use graph, we know that it's in first quadrant and last quadrant. Or probably you can just draw the quadrant diagram. This is 72.9 and here is 72.9. So my first angle is basically 72.9 and then my second angle will be counted from 0 until this. That means this is a major angle. That is going to be 360 degrees minus 72.9 degrees. So your x is 72.9 degrees and 360 minus 72.9 degrees. Then you will be getting 72.9 degrees followed by 287.1 degrees. Okay, which is tally with the diagram over here. Right? Now, question 24. X squared minus 16x plus a can be written in this form. Find the value of a and the value of b. Alright, so x squared minus 16x plus a, it can be written as x plus b squared. So the easiest way to get the a and b is to do expansion for the right hand side. Alright, so for a plus b squared, you can just use this formula that is going to be a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So which means I will be getting x squared plus 2bx plus b squared. So now I will compare both sides. So x squared minus 16x plus a. So first term x squared, both are the same. So then when you compare the x minus 16x equals to 2bx. That means now the x will be cancelled off. So 2b equals to minus 16. Therefore, the b is minus 16 divided by 2. That is going to be minus 8. Now, when you compare the constant, so a equals to b squared. Therefore, now we have found the b. So now, that means my a is going to be minus 8 squared. which is 64. Okay, so I have found the B and also found the A. So my A is 64 and my B is minus 8. So this is how we solve this question 24. Now, next question, 25. A bag contains 2 green buttons, 5 red buttons, and 6 blue buttons. 2 buttons are taken as random from the bag without replacement. Without replacements means that you will not put back, right? Probably you can take both. You can take one button followed by another button, but after you have taken one button, you will not put back. That is the meaning of without replacement. Now calculate the probability that 2 buttons are of different colors. So basically, we have 2 green, we have 5 blue, 5 red, and 6 blue. So the total here is 11 plus 2, which is 13. Total is 13. But then now you take 2 without replacement. So the probability of getting 2 different colors. So when 2 different colors, it has a lot of combinations because it can be green with R, green with, G with R, G with blue, or R with blue, and so on. So I will just use the concept of, instead of counting all those combinations, right, I will just calculate 1 minus both are same color. So I will write 1 minus P2 same color. Okay, so because when you observe the two buttons, right, you only have either 2 different colors or 2 same colors. So I use 1 minus both with the same colors. So it means that now here with both same colors, it will be probably both are green, okay, or is plus, both are red, or both are blue buttons. Okay, so now 1 minus, when green button for both. So at first you have 2 green buttons. So when you draw the first button, it will be 2 out of 13. Okay, but because of without replacement, this is without replacement, means that now you never put back the button that you have drawn just now. So it means that the total now becomes 12. Okay, no more 13. The 12 will be the second draw. So now out of 12 buttons, now the green color left 1 because just now you have taken 1. So left 1 button. Now, or for the red color, at first you have 13 buttons. So initially there are 5 red. Okay, then now after you have taken 1 red button, the total left 12, the red color. And the red color now becomes 4. Okay, here becomes 1. So it means that I will be getting 4 over 12 for the second draw of the red button. Now the blue one still the same. At first 6 out of 13. But after you have taken 1, so no more 6, left 5. Therefore it will be 5 over 12. Okay, this is how I get the property of getting both same color. Right? So then here when you calculate, it will be 1 minus 2 over 156 plus 20 over 156 plus 30 over 156. So then this is going to be 1 minus 52 over 156, and the final answer, and I round up, it will be 2 over 3. So the probability is 2 over 3 to get 2 different colors. Okay, now question 26. A is a point with coordinates 6, 1, and B is a point with coordinates 2, 7. Now, find the equation of the perpendicular bisector of AB. Give your answer in the form y equals to mx plus c. So, perpendicular bisector, let's say I simply sketch 6, 1. Okay, 6, 1. This is the A. And then the B is at 2, 7. This is the B. Now, perpendicular bisector means it is a line that passes through the midpoints, because bisect means cuts into 2 parts. and it's also perpendicular to the line. That means here I need to find out what is the M, midpoint, right? So firstly, I need to find out the midpoint of AB. That is the M. So the midpoint formula is basically, now let's say this is the midpoint. You are given A, x1, y1, B with coordinates x2, y2. So the M is x1 plus x2 over 2 followed by y1 plus y2 over 2. So now I get the average of the x and y coordinates, which means I will be getting 6 plus 2 over 2 and then 1 plus 7 over 2. Then 8 over 2 is 4. 1 plus 7 is also 8 over 2. So 4 is my midpoint. And then followed by finding what is this gradient, MAB. Okay, so gradient of AB means MAB. So the gradient formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. This is the formula for gradient. So I will just use 7 as y2 and 1 as y1. So 7 minus 1 over 2 minus 6. You can use y1 minus y2 or over x1 minus x2. So then this is going to be 6 over minus 4. Then I will be getting negative 3 over 2. Now, since a straight line, the vertical line, which is the red line, is perpendicular to the AB, right? That means M prime equals to negative 1 over MAB. That is the gradient of the perpendicular line. That means I will be getting, this is negative 1 over negative 3 over 2. Then you will be getting, probably I write horizontally. Then this is going to be positive 2 over 3 because the minus cancel off. So 1 over 3 over 2 is basically 2 over 3. So now the line, okay, equation of the perpendicular bisector. I will use the formula y minus y1 equals to m bracket x minus x1. So now my y1 is the y coordinates from the midpoint, which is 4. So y minus 4. The m now is the m prime, which is 2 over 3. Then x minus 4. And now final answer, look at the question here, y equals to mx plus c. That means now I have to move the minus 4 to the other side. At the same time, I multiply, okay, I multiply this 2 over 3 with x minus 4. So you will be getting 2 over 3x. So 2 over 3 times negative 4, that is minus 8 over 3. At the same time, this minus 4 on the left side will be moved to the right side because we need to get y equals to mx plus c. Okay, therefore here you plus 4. After you move the minus 4 to right side, it will be plus 4. So that means, finally, my answer is y equals to 2 over 3x. Now, minus 8 over 3 plus 4. That is going to be plus 4 over 3. So this is 2 over 3x plus 4 over 3. That is the equation of the perpendicular bisector. Okay, so that's all for this paper. I have come to the end of the video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy watching my video, please subscribe to the channel and like this video, and also share this video with your friends. And don't forget to stay tuned for more upcoming videos. Okay, thank you. Bye.